Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Consciousness Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Prachar Nirvishesha Nivadi Vaishchandishta. So, I just want to share a point here that Srila Prabhupada always said that I am very fearful of Maya. And Prabhupada always said, one of his lecture, Prabhupada said that you will all fall down. He was repeatedly saying. The devotees were surprised by Prabhupada is saying, we will all fall down. Prabhupada said that the problem with you is you don't fear Maya. Now, one thing here is even pure devotees are very fearful of Maya. We generally think pure devotees will be fearless and they will not fear Maya. We generally think like that, and they will walk down in this material world without any alertness. That's not the case. The more pure you become, the more fearful you become. Of course, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, 𝗙𝗲𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗪𝗀 𝗪𝗀. He says one of the characteristic of pure devotee, he is abhayam, that's the first quality. And that means fearless. A devotee is fearless as far as activities of this material world is concerned, as far as problems of this material world is concerned. He is fearless of that. His future insecurity, he is fearless. He is fearless because of his enemies and all these materialistic problems, but he fears illusion, Maya. That's very important. Srila Prabhupada, even Prahlad Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam 7.9.39, Prahlad Maharaj says that I am fearful. Prahlad Maharaj here, Prahlad Maharaj here he says, I am extremely sinful and lusty, and my mind is full of lamentation and fear, and it always seeks more and more money. 7.9.39, what's the Sanskrit? Let's see. He says, Kamaturam harsha shoka bhaya. Yeah, bhaya eshena aratam. I am distressed by fear. Now, of course, we know Prahlad Maharaj is speaking in humility, but at the same time, pure devotees of Lord, they fear illusion. 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗀 Babaji, what about him? 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗪 Babaji, he was staying in a toilet. And when MCD people, they came and they said, Babaji, why you are staying in a toilet, in a restroom? Why are you staying? It's such a dirty place. He said, well, this place is, it's not a bad place. It's not. So he said to them, actually, you smell much bad than this stool, than this place. He said, I'm very fearful from you. Madhven Puri in Chaitanya Charitamrita, what about him? It's mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Madhven Puri was not moving in society. He used to remain alone with actually some of his devotees there, Padmanand Puri, and his disciples. He used to stay there. He didn't used to really intermingle in society. He was fearful of illusion. Sukadeva Goswami remained in the womb of his mother for 18 years. What about him? And Vyasadeva said, what you're doing in the womb of your mother? She's getting panicked, He was inside and she's suffering. He said, well, I'm in panic. I don't want to come out because there is illusion. And if you bring Krishna and he blesses me that I'll not be influenced by Maya, then I'll come out. Vyasadeva called Krishna, he actually blessed him, and then he came out, and he didn't even stay in his home for a second. He just went away because he was fearful of Maya. So we should be fearful of illusion. Actually, that's a symptom of pure devotion. And that's the whole point. As new devotees, we are not fearful of Maya. And how do we know that? We know that because we put ourselves on the way of temptations. This kind of foolishness we do, that as if we will be able to resist temptations. But it is said in one of the I think Christian scriptures that, or maybe there is some proverb, that don't stand in the way of temptations because you will not be able to walk away. I think it's said in Psalms. So, but we do that daily. We go on YouTube, we go on social platform, we just walk in city as if nothing is going to happen to us. We listen to nonsense things, and then we are not actually fearful of illusion. It's clear. So we should follow pure devotees. and we should be fearful of actually Krishna says in Srimad Bhagavatam, he says, we want to advance in devotion, remember two things. Think about me and think about death. Now what's that? Death is Maya. Maya means death. That's all. So Krishna is saying, think about me and think about Maya. You should think about both. You should think about light, you should think about shadow. Why? Because when you're walking towards light, you should not fall in the shadow, because you know there's a shadow. You should know about good, you should know about evil, so that you can avoid evil and opt good. And that's the whole point there. That is why, remember to always fear illusion, and that will help us to advance in devotion. Hare Krishna.